to let her back into your life.
Okay.
She's been waiting.
Dark room. Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hello? Everything's white. 427? What is this?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
This is my wife?
Right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa!
Gotcha. Oh,
Hey,
come
this
on.
guy's not cool.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Yes.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Do I go? Should I already know this guy's not good. I don't want to listen to him. Fine, let's go. What's going on?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Good morning, employee. What? No. No. No.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Yes. Please, press Y.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's
my
told
God.
to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh my gosh. Press to watch. Press circle.
And so he began to fantasize
Oh my
about his own
gosh.
job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk.
There's gonna
to
be-
realize
we're gonna
that
be
all
back
his
at work.
co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Oh my gosh. She's actually spend time with the boys. Oh, like 0?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I don't want to prepare dinner then.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
oh my gosh.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Better press 4.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel
right here.
free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Watch, it's gonna...
But there is no
Knew
answer.
it. Yes, I knew it.
How could there possibly
See?
be?
Oh
In
my
reality,
gosh.
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Alright.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
No.
And Stanley pushed a button.
I don't want to die.
And I tried.
Just kill me? It's gonna start all over. Oh my gosh. The floor is clean.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be.
Yes, that's
Stanley
where
just
everyone
needed
would
to
be.
get to the meeting room, and from then on, he
I
would
get
never
it.
be
This
alone
time we're gonna
ever
do it again, and I am not gonna. I'm getting out of there. I'm not going to inside my home.
When Stanley came to a set
No?
of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I know.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, never mind. I thought there was a guy over there. There wasn't.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room
Okay,
was
I
now
get it.
too horrible
I get it.
even to. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We're going straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look,
Oh no,
Stanley,
my
I think
battery's
perhaps
running
we've
out.
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
Blah,
I'm not.
blah, blah,
I
blah,
realize
blah,
that investing
blah,
your
blah.
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
Her.
about.
Her, right?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Nope.
I'm asking for her.
For her. I'll pick
This
up
is
the
it,
phone and
Stanley.
I'm leaving.
Your chance to redeem
Leaving.
yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
That's
She's
the
been waiting.
plug.
That's her, Stanley.
Okay. Now let me into the apartment and I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on,
No,
please.
it's not
Sorry
me,
to keep you
Stanley.
waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit
No,
their
not
life
this
to
time.
you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get
Coming
you to
for
see
you,
something.
narrator.
Come inside. Let
Where
me
you
show
at?
you what's really going on here.
No, I'm out.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
What? No. No! 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 We're starting over again. No! Not doing that again. Nothing's changed.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I get
What
that.
could it
There's
be?
no inputs.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope, nope, nothing, nothing. Out of here.
When Stanley came to a set of
No!
two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Mad
knew
now.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
No, I
just
don't.
to admire it.
I don't care about the employee lounge.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to
Outta
get
here.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
You know,
his
I've never gone that way, but I don't want to anyways, so.
Stanley was so bad at following
this
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright.
Look, Stanley,
This
I think
time,
perhaps
guys,
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
This was
I'm not your
crazy
enemy,
to me.
really.
Like when I
realize that
first did
investing your
this,
trust in someone else can
I
be
went up this
difficult,
way,
but the fact is that the
and
story
I was an
has
actual
been about
human
nothing
being.
but you
So
all this time.
I'll just show you guys.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for her.
I don't care about her because her doesn't
Your
exist.
chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside,
Whoop.
to let her back
This-
into your life.
This light always gets
been
me.
waiting.
There you go.
That's her, Stanley.
No.
Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Because
You actually
I did it.
chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Yeah, that's a
Music
lie.
comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not
This was
Stanley.
crazy to me
You're
the
a
first
real
time.
person.
I am a real person.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Yeah.
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
What do you
Well, I
mean?
won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
I hated
Please
this
observe
part.
this helpful instructional video.
Alright, you guys are gonna watch this with me?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Yes.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself
What?
speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
Back, sack, and crack. My goodness, it's
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
back, sack,
Most
and
medical
crack.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Next time I want
Do
to
you
use
make
that.
more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of
Forgot about
space,
this.
your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh,
welcome
crud.
back. You may have
Right.
noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.